Hi guys, I'm finally sitting down to film my Poundland first impressions. I wanted to play with this makeup all week, but I've actually only managed to sit down and film for you guys right now, and I wanted to get my first impressions on camera. So if you watched my haul, you'll know I didn't manage to get any base products from their line. They were all sold out in any of the pale colours, but I will try and get my hands on some for a future video. In case you're wondering, the foundation I'm wearing is the Lasting Finish Nude from Rimmel, which is their new sheerer version of the original Lasting Finish, and the colour I have is Light Porcelain, which I'm led to believe is a new shade because Rimmel never did a shade pale enough for me before, so I'm quite excited about this. Quite enjoying it. I don't think I'd like the original because this is quite heavy, but if you didn't like the original and you want to try a different one, I would recommend this because it's just enough coverage for me and quite mattifying, so I like it. What else am I wearing? I have on the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer under my eyes and around my nose. And I have the Maybelline Superstay 24 Waterproof Powder in Ivory, which is not my favourite, a little bit heavy for a powder for me, but just kind of picked up the things that were on my desk because it doesn't really matter about my base. That's not what we're here to talk about. So I'm going to start with my eyes. I have two shades. I have, what is this one called? Pink Champagne and Grey. So I'm going to put Pink Champagne all over my lid. If I have a clean brush to hand, which I probably don't, this one I'll do. That actually is not bad. I haven't put any primer on. I want to kind of give this a real true test. And when I swatched it in the haul, I suspected it wasn't going to be that great, but I don't think that's too bad. So I'll put that kind of light base colour all over my lid, and then I'm going to use the grey to attempt, it's not particularly dark, but to attempt to define a little bit in my crease. I don't know, I think they're okay. For cheap makeup products, I think they're okay. Bearing in mind that that's £2, where's the other one? What, £2 worth of product, because obviously it's an individual eyeshadow. I probably would say I would still go with Makeup Revolution palette because you can get, if I have one to hand, which I don't, but a palette that is this kind of size with lots and lots of eyeshadows in it for, I believe, £4. Next I'm going to go with the brow pencil. I nearly forgot that. This I'm really excited to try because brows is something I really struggle with on the cheap. The one that I'm using right now is this one from Maybelline. It's called Define a Brow, and it's a dark blonde pencil, which is almost identical to the MAC brow pencil in Fling that I use. Almost exactly the same. If you can get your hands on this and you like MAC Fling, I would recommend it. Unfortunately, it's not readily available in the UK, so you have to order it online, Amazon, etc. You can get it from quite easily. But I get that. I also really like MAC Fling, and they're probably my top two. But generally, I find it really difficult to find an ash blonde brow pencil that's not too waxy, not got too much pigment. I'm very, very picky with my brow products. So we shall see. I know when I swatched this last week in the video, I was hopeful. So we'll just see how it actually translates onto the brows. Already it kind of feels waxy. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Whenever I talk about brow products, I think, I'm sure I'm the only one that feels this way. It just, I don't know, it just feels thick. It's not too bad though, compared to a lot that I've tried, and the colour is really good. I actually think that's not too bad. I would like it to be a little bit drier, but you can't have everything, and it's definitely not too warm. I know I'm kind of all over the place. I should have just focused on the eyes, but I'm going to go in with the blush, and the colour that I have is Soft Blush 1, which is that one. And I'm just going to put it on my cheekbones because I've discovered this is the only way that I can wear blusher and it not look mad. Because I have quite a round face and very little definition, not a lot in the way of kind of bone structure that's particularly strong. It's quite a squishy face, and I'm no good at contouring at all. When I put blush on the apples of my cheeks, it just makes my face look rounder, and so I find that if I put blush kind of higher, 80s style on my cheeks, it doesn't look quite as insane, and it kind of does the job of contouring, which I'm sure was the point of it back in the day. But I like that. It's not too bold, just a little bit of colour, difficult to get wrong. I like that one. For liner, I have this Kohl, no, this is not it, this Kohl called Kohl Me Beautiful. and I think the colour is just called Black. It is black. And I'm gonna go, man, that was sharp. I'm gonna go on my waterline with this. I'm absolutely rubbish at using a Kohl in any other way than that. I love that people can just really, really finely line their eyes without using a liquid liner, just to give that definition, the thicker lashes look. I can't do that. So that was the only way I was ever going to be able to use the Kohl, but I think it's quite nice. It doesn't last as long on the waterline, even the more expensive ones don't last as long that way, but it was soft enough, it gave good coverage, good pigment. The mascara that I have is the Plump Up the Volumizing Mascara, which is this one. I actually don't hate the look of the brush. The brush is quite, what's the word I'm looking for? It has kind of fibre bristles, I suppose, rather than the rubbery ones, which is not my favourite, but it's quite little. And normally volumizing mascaras have got really big ones and do absolutely nothing, because I need a smaller brush that's going to kind of get in and work with my lashes. And so far, this isn't terrible. Again, a little bit like the eyebrow pencils. I'm so picky with mascara, because hardly any of them actually do anything. There's ones that people absolutely love. You know, the CoverGirl Lash Blast. I tried that thinking, oh, it's this amazing mascara, everyone raves about it. Nothing for me at all. Same with the Maybelline Rocket. The bristles were so short. The actual brush itself, the wand, was massive, and the bristles were like 1 millimetre long. How it was supposed to catch any lashes, I don't know. So I really don't understand how. It was like the equivalent of just using, I don't know, like, without bristles, just like using a smooth applicator. I don't know why so many people liked it. It was so bizarre. But given that I'm really picky, this is not awful. It's not my favourite. There are definitely ones that I prefer, but for £1, I don't think that's bad. I did mess it up a little bit on one eye. But that tends to happen with me with mascara. I don't think I can blame the Poundland makeup for that. I think that's just me. Did I mention the actual makeup line is called Makeup Gallery? Someone in my haul mentioned that there's an Irish store that they've now realised is the equivalent of Poundland, because they stock Makeup Gallery. So it's like, I don't know, €1.50 store instead of like £1 store or whatever. Tell me below in the comments, because I cannot remember for the life of me what exactly it was called, but she realised that she kind of made the connection. So Makeup Gallery is the range. It might be that you don't have Poundland near you, but you see the range, and this is what I'm talking about. So the last products that I have are lip products, and I got 3 of these, so I have to choose from them. They're all pink, because, you know, I like pink. I got the Shine On Intense Colour Shine Lip Gloss, and 2 of the lipsticks, which I swatched for you in that haul. I think this one won't even, there we go. Here are the lipsticks. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go for a lipstick and the gloss, just to show you what each of them are like. And these seem to be very, very similar colours. So I'm going to go with the lipstick in Pink Berry. It's a little bit patchy. It's not as opaque as I would want it to be. That being said, I have tried a few of the MUA lipsticks that are the same price, and they're very hit and miss. Some are really, really great and some are not great at all. And this is probably somewhere in between. It's still a cream shade. There's no shimmer, there's no kind of strange sheerness to it, but it's not perfectly opaque. It's like it's supposed to be opaque, but it's a little bit patchy. So, not sure about that. Let's see how the lip gloss fares. See, this lip gloss claims to be opaque, but I don't think that it is. Let's just see. No, that is like a translucent gloss. So without the lipstick underneath it, we would not be getting this colour. Doesn't feel particularly sticky, really comfortable. I'm not a lip gloss kind of person normally, but I really wanted to try that because I don't hate liquid lipsticks, because it gives something colour-wise. Lip glosses, I kind of think, what's the point? I'd rather wear a balm or a tinted balm of some kind rather than a lip gloss, because you know it's going to wear away nicely and it feels nice, it's potentially hydrating and benefiting you in some way. Whereas lip glosses are just sticky and your hair gets to them. Bleh. Prefer lipsticks or lip balms, but as lipsticks go, or as lip glosses go rather, I quite like this. It doesn't feel sticky or uncomfortable at all. So they are my first impressions. I'm going to try more from the range and try and do a full review, kind of hits and misses, best and worst. when I've managed to get my hands on a bit of everything from the range, because this is a real small selection. I will mention the nail polish because I have it on right now. I've been wearing it for a week. I was really impressed. The only chips that I have really were because of a phone case issue. I was trying a different phone and the whole back of the phone is kind of like a phone case. Really difficult to get off, and I chipped all of my kind of main fingernails, my main tool fingernails doing that, but otherwise it would have been near enough a week with no chips. Really, really impressed. And the colours that I had, I think they were called teal and teal tinsel, or tinsel teal, whatever it was, but I put on a base of the cream colour and the glitter on top. Really gorgeous colours. I will definitely purchase some more nail polishes from them. Potentially some more of these glosses. I'll see how I feel. But yeah, probably the eyebrow pencil, the gloss, and I might even go as far as to say the mascara would be the standouts here. The Kohl was nice, but I kind of think that most eyeliners from most brands are okay. It's more how they actually last. So I will cover that in my next, my best and worst video when I can. But first impressions are good. I think it's a really good range for £1 a piece. Obviously that doesn't mean as much now as it might have done 3 or 4 years ago, since we can get kind of MUA, Revolution, lots and lots of brands that are giving us really great value items now, and you can actually pick up a lipstick from £1 from another brand, so it's not as big a deal as it would have been. But the thing I particularly like about this is because it's sold in Poundland, there's no scope for price increases. So if people really, really love it, they can't put the price up because it's sold in Poundland, so they have to sell it for £1. So hopefully they will extend this range. If you've tried anything and you would recommend me trying a particular thing you haven't seen me try here, let me know. Oh, blusher. The blusher was also really nice, something I would recommend. But yeah, first impressions are very, very good, and I will try more. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will link whatever I can below. I'll probably just be a list because I don't think that they sell online. But otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!